I went down there and I got saved before I left, and I started preaching. I was real young in ministry. And I went down there and I said, man, I'm moving to Atlanta. And I got down there, got my secretary, I had my little truck packed up, boy. That's before I was married too. I didn't have a whole lot of stuff. Ain't that right, Sam? But I packed my truck, I went down there, and man, everything I owned could fit in my truck. And I still had room. And I said, I'm moving to Atlanta, Georgia. Going to Atlanta. You know how some of us are about Atlanta. That's where we at, you know how it is. Got down to Atlanta, and on my second day there, I got on my knees. And you know, sometimes when you want to do something, you try to make God tell you, ain't nobody gonna help me now, see? I must have hit that note, see? You know, sometimes when you really want to do this, you try to make it be God, even when you know it's not God. And I got on my knees, and I was saying, ooh, I know God gonna be blessing me, He pleased with me. Oh, I hadn't seen it, nothing. But in my spirit, I felt so convicted. Why? Because it wasn't time for me to be in Atlanta. See, God may send me to Atlanta, but at that moment, it wasn't time to be there. When we think of sin, we think of just smoking and drinking and going to the club. But baby, anytime you ain't where God told you to be, you in sin. So I got on my knees. And you know how you try to pray over stuff you know ain't right? You know, like when you know you ain't tired, you try to pray over, oh, God bless me. You know God can't bless nothing. And it gives His word. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk to Him. You know, God cannot bless something that's not going according to His word. I used to pray over office. Lord, bless those that gave and those that didn't give. And God said, son, how can I bless them? That's not obedience to my word. My. But on my knees, I stopped praying. And as soon as I got down, God said, son, get yourself up and go right back down there with the apostle. Because that's where I place you. And how many of y'all know? I thought my blessing was in Atlanta. But God knew where my blessing really was at.
That's right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna talk to me.
That's right.
Okay, I thought you were gonna get back. I'm talking to you anyway. Watch it. God said, your blessing is there with the apostle. Why? Because that's what I connected you with. The branch cannot bring forth fruit by itself. It got to be connected unto the